Hi, my name is Daniella Espiritu, and this is my Matlab project for ABE 205. My program is designed to help the user figure out how much time they have left in their schedule after doing certain activities such as going to class, studying, working out, and all those types of things. So to get started, just bring up the program. And it says, "Hello, user," and then press enter to continue. And then it just kind of describes the rules for the program, what it's designed to do, and how you can do it. So the first question is, would you like to see how much time you have in your schedule? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. So yes, I do. So I typed 1. Then it asks you how many units you're taking, a minimum of 12 units for a full-time student and a maximum of 21. So let's say the user is taking 16 units. It tells you that you have 16 hours of class per each week, and you can see how much you need to study, so press enter. So in order to get the best grades possible, it says the user should study 32 hours per week, and then you can see how much time you have left after going to class and after studying. So you should have 120 hours left in your week. Then the next question you can input is how many hours of sleep the user would like to get. So let's say the user wants 8 hours of sleep each night. Then through a function, it tells you if you get that much sleep each night, you'll have 57 hours left in your week. So you can see it drop dramatically. And then the next question is how many clubs the user is in. So let's say the user's in 1 club. So after the club responsibilities, the user should have 55 hours left in their week. How many hours do they spend working out? Let's say they work out an hour each day, so 7 hours. Then it tells you how many hours they'll have left, how many hours they spend watching TV, let's say an hour a day also, so 7. And then how many hours they spend each day getting ready. So this is like showering, doing hair, doing makeup, whatever else that entails. So let's say an hour a day. Then you'll have 34 hours left in your week. And then it subtracts another 10 hours to cover things like eating and driving and other types of activities. So you can press enter to see if they'll have enough time for a part-time job. And it says you do have enough time for a part-time job. And then it lists right here, this array, it lists how many hours you spend doing each activity. So the first one was class, 16 hours. The second was studying, so 32 hours. And then it also brings up this pie chart that lets the user see how they divide their time for each activity. So they can see that the majority of their time is spent sleeping, and then the next biggest chunk is studying. So the user can kind of see what they might want to cut out if they want more time for a job. So maybe they can cut out getting ready or TV time. So to look more in the code, first it was just using display messages to describe the program. Then once the program actually started, I used an if-then statement for the amount of units that they were taking. And I defined those as i's, and then I used a loop for that to display how many hours of class they have. And then all the other calculations are basically simple calculations for the study hours. And then I used a function for the sleeping hours, and it basically was just a simple calculation. This is a function file. It just it takes their input value for how many hours they want to sleep per night and just multiplies it by 7 for 7 days in a week. But other than that, it's pretty simple calculations. And then I used another if statement to tell the user if they have enough time for a part-time job. So if they have over 15 hours left in their week, it tells you that they do have enough time, and then the opposite for if they have less than 15 hours. And then I used an array to display how many hours they have, how many hours they devote to each section of their time. So for the study hours, sleep hours, club hours, stuff like that. And then there's the pie chart, which is using the pie function. and I changed the color map on it to make it a little bit more exciting. And then in the very beginning, it asks you to type 1 if you want to do this program basically, and type 2 if no. So if they typed 2, it just says, "I'm sorry, you don't want to see your schedule. You should reconsider your decision." And it lists all of the things that the program does. So that's my ABE project.